What's up, New Day? My name is Eddie, and I wanted to take a moment to welcome you to our service. For the next hour or so, you'll be engaged in worship through song, you'll participate in a time of communion, and you'll be challenged by the preaching of God's word. Our prayer is that you encounter God through this process, because we know that God's presence is how lives are changed and how challenges are overcome. If you're brand new, welcome. We want to invite you to visit Starting Point in the center of our lobby when service concludes. You'll be looking for blue tables and smiling faces. At Starting Point, you can ask questions that you might have about the church and next steps that you want to take with us. If you're not quite ready or you're established here, you can fill out the connecting card to let us know that you were here. You can find the connecting card on the homepage of our website, ndcchurch.com. It's the large yellow icon. There is still time to sign up for our next offering of New to New Day. If you're ready to dive into the life of the church, this is your next step. Be sure to register today through the events page of our website. Our small groups are only a few weeks out from launching a new study called Thriving in Babylon. If you're interested in joining or even hosting a small group, you can visit the events page of our website or head out to the main lobby and visit our small groups table. As always, continue in your generosity. You can give online through the website by using the Give tab. You can text to give by texting NDC Church to 77977, and those in the building today can give at the boxes stationed on the doors on the way out today. This weekend marks the 20th anniversary of the terrorist attacks on 9/11. Let's take a moment to reflect on the events of that tragic day.
20 years ago, this weekend, evil men set out to destroy our way of life. They set out to accomplish this through despicable acts of terror aimed at murdering thousands of innocent lives, tearing down symbols of American strength, and seeking to rob us of the peace in which we live. I can still remember that numbing feeling of disbelief as the events of September 11, 2001 unfolded before the entire nation and the world. What kind of desperation could drive a person to jump out of a building and onto certain death? What kind of fear must consume a person knowing that death is imminent and unavoidable? We thank God for the brave first responders, firemen, policemen, and paramedics. These men and women looked evil in the face and charged straight into the fight, even at the cost of their own lives. And in doing so, they selflessly cared for those in need in this, our darkest hour. And as the dust settled, with the attacks in New York City, the Pentagon, and American Airlines Flight 93, 412 first responders died in the line of duty. When it was all said and done, 2,995 loved ones never made it home that day. And for some of us, the response to this terrible attack was to be resolved. We resolved to punish the evildoers and to bring justice to the families of the loved ones lost. And for 20 years, our brave men and women in uniform have fought the good fight. Evil men have been punished and human justice has been served. Yet the fight has not been easy and victory has come at a great price. Many more friends and loved ones have paid the ultimate price for freedom and to defend our way of life. Make no mistake, this war has been a costly endeavor. And yet, in more recent history, we have watched men cling on to the outside of our planes as our servicemen and women follow the orders to depart from Afghanistan, putting an end to this war, at least for now. And the same numbing feeling of disbelief has returned. What kind of desperation could drive a man to cling on to the outside of a plane and onto certain death? What kind of fear must consume a people knowing that to remain in their homeland will lead to imminent death? And so here we are, 20 years later. While we have fought many battles and won many victories, peace has not returned to our land, not like it was before. Evil men have been punished and justice has been served, but for some reason, the war continues. Even now, as we have abandoned the people of Afghanistan, the war continues, and our search for peace continues. Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." And we need rest. Friends, as we gather and remember the attacks on our nation this weekend, remember that rest can only truly be found in Jesus, and peace The peace that transcends all understanding comes from knowing that no matter what life throws at us, we can still have joy in knowing that our victory lies in Jesus Christ alone.